So one of the things I see in many how-to books or self-improvement books, especially diet books, is some time-specific formula. 10 days to better self-esteem or the 17-day diet. Do you have a plan like that you could share?
I'm glad you asked that question because I think a lot of people don't do employee engagement because either they don't know where to start or they just think it's going to be a big complicated program, and it really doesn't have to be that way. In just 8 weeks you can make a big improvement in the engagement scores of your company. It starts of course on day one. It's just committing to it, realizing that this really is important to the goals of the company and to making people's lives better. So day one you're committing to an engagement program. But week one is just about saying, I'm going to go out and get that survey software or that survey company, populate it with some questions that come in the system, or I'm going to use, you can use the 7 questions that I offer up as well. So just get that survey ready. Week 2, administer the survey. You put it up online, send your employees the email link, they complete it anonymously, and you close it down at the end of that week. Week 3, analyze the results. So this is where you're going to run the basic report to see the engagement levels of your company overall. And if you have a decent sized company, you might want to run some cuts by department or by manager. Week 4 is then taking those survey cuts, those results, and sharing it out. So everyone that manages people gets a copy of the report, gets their results as well as the company results, and holds an action planning meeting with their team. It's not fancy. It could be done over an hour. It could be sort of like a lunch and learn. Here's our results. Here's where we're strong. Here's where there's room for improvement. Have them just pick one thing to improve and let the employees brainstorm ways to improve it so everyone's involved. So week 5 is where you start some new habits. That's when you can start the new rhythm of communication. I talk about daily huddles, weekly meetings, monthly and quarterly retreats. That worked for me. You could have your own rhythm, but the key point is just your employees know when the touch points are coming. And that's not just one-way information, it's actual two-way communication. So week 6 is when you're going to focus on improving how people feel about growth, how they feel on the inside about their growth and development. So you want to have a career conversation with those who report directly to you. What are their goals? Where are they trying to get to? And how might you help? What are the developmental opportunities you can offer for them? Week 7, we move on to recognition. Now think about habits that you can start to make people feel appreciated. Don't force it. Don't just start thanking people for every little thing if it's not well deserved. But now be mindful of it. Look for opportunities to thank people and upgrade the quality of your thanks. Instead of a quick thank you, take the time to write a 3-part thank you note at the end of every day. Invite someone out to lunch, ask them their ideas about things. That's a great time to really begin to build this muscle, this habit of gratitude and appreciation. Finally, week 8, that's when it comes to trust. Do you think your employees know where you're going as a company? Do they know what your big, hairy, audacious goal is? Do you know what do they know what your strategic plan is? Maybe, maybe not. It's a good time to revisit it and say, how can we simplify it? What's our version of 2020 vision or 20 by 2014? Then you're just going to want to share it out and repeat it so often that everybody will know that statement and know exactly what it means. In 8 weeks, if you do these things, you will have started the measurement process, you will have started a communication rhythm focused on growth, recognition, and trust, and implemented a whole new culture where great leaders communicate growth, recognition, and trust. And then you keep at it and repeat the survey process 6 months to 12 months down the road.